terms, if both of my feet are on one side of his body, he's going to come this way, and he'll get side control or something similar, but it'll be for a side control position, yeah? Which is not what we want, yeah? Guard isn't the best position to be in MMA, but it's a darn sight better than being controlled in mount or side control, etc. Okay? If both feet are on one side, he's going to get side control, yeah? If one foot is one side, one foot the other side, he has to do something intelligent in order to get the side control. So it's an extra movement. Because if he fell straight down now, he'd be straight into my guard here, yeah? Also, we fall in this position because it gives us the option here to keep him away with our feet. Yeah? So should he move one of my legs out of the way, I can give myself some space by pushing. Yeah? There's all sorts of sweeps we can use and go into leg locks, which we don't do, etc., etc. But we want to be here because it enables us to have sticky feet. I can feel where he's moving, and also I've got pressure on him. Yeah? And if he leans over too much, one foot can control it, and the other one can up kick into the face. Got it? So, essentially what you've got to do is keep one foot to the outside of this leg, and one foot to the outside of this leg. Okay? Because if he pulls this leg to the outside, I've still got some sort of guard, some sort of control. If he puts them both over one side, he's straight into side control. Yeah? Okay? So from this position, what we do is, if my feet are on his legs, I ensure that my knees are wider than his legs. Okay? That's rule number one.
So actually you have a frame if I move that leg.
Yeah, but also, say you push that leg in, if my knee stays out wider than your leg, it turns into an open guard.
Yeah.
Yeah? Exactly. Yeah? Whereas if my knee is inside of your leg, as you push it, it slides between your legs, and you'll get side control or half guard at best. Yeah? So I put my feet on his legs, and my knees are wider. That's the first thing. I always keep pressure against him as well. I don't have loose legs. Okay? Here. If he starts to push one leg across, here, like pummeling, I've got to have, by these rules, one foot one side, one foot the other. I can try and power my way back through his hand, but it doesn't always work. So then what I can do is bring this leg across here. Okay? He's still stuck. And if he falls now, he's still, I've got legs in the way. Yeah? And I can start switching and then regain some sort of control. He hasn't been able to get in front of my knees, because being in front of my knees is when he takes control. Yeah? Okay? So that's rule number one, is you keep your knees, rule number one is one foot on one leg, one foot on the outside of the other leg. Rule number two is I keep my knees wider than his legs. Rule number three is I keep my knees forward of my hips. So if he steps back, I don't follow him straight leg like this, because I've become weak. If he steps back, I keep my feet here and let him have that space. So go back. I'll let him have that space here. And I'll just be here, and I'll be looking at ways to move away, get up, or defend my position.
So what? Control my hips and be ready to fight.
Yeah, so I'm here, like this. Right? If he puts one foot across, you switch it over. Okay?
Do you like to play with
here. Yeah, you can heel him in the fly. That's a good one.
Yeah.
You can't kick straight to the knee, but you can heel to the top. That's good. Yeah? Okay? So in this position, I want you to keep him away. He's going to have to thrust his hips forward, like we said, to prevent the upkick, and he's going to look to move my feet across. In simple terms, all I've got to do is keep something between, some part of my leg between me and him. So push across. Yeah. I'm just trying to use my hands and feet to keep him the distance. Because as soon as he passes this, well, then I'm in trouble. Yeah? But even then, as he's falling down, I'm creating that shield to keep him away for as long as possible. As soon as I open the space and he gets control of my hips, I'm then in side control, and then he's one position I have to slip side control.
The best case scenario, control the hips, worst case, frame off, and he's out.
We're here, okay? You keep your legs here, like this. But I've got to keep him away. He needs to be at that range. I can't allow him to move forward and be here, because bang, and he will drop all of his weight into it. Yeah? If you allow this, even if you've got control of his legs, you're going to have to try and go to some sort of heel hook position primarily to get rid of him, because I'm just going to get battered in that position. Yeah? So if you end up here, move forward a bit, you've got to start retracting a leg, putting it in his upper groin, not on his nuts.
To stop me from basic out.
Yeah, and get him back here. Yeah.
Right.
And if, like, if he drags my foot up, I've got to then use the other foot and be pummeling to get my feet free, because I need to keep him here. If he goes to punch me now by jumping over it, yeah, or you can get my stomach, which I'd rather you
I
hit
wouldn't even
this.
chance it.
Yeah.
Because if I lose my base, I've lost that position.
Exactly. So you can't allow your feet to come off of his hips and have your calf on his thighs, because you're going to get dealt with. Yeah? And in this position, you've got to start pulling some sort of full guard. But reaching up for a guard is not recommended, because you're at range, you can get hit. So you need to be, as soon as you're on the deck, clearing him away. Get in space. Go away. Yeah? As soon as he starts grabbing your legs, get rid of him. And to get rid of him, he grabs your leg, you've just got to go up and towards the thumb. Yeah, don't go towards his fingers, because look, it's too strong. Look, come out. Yeah, here, keep him away. Got it? Yeah, let's go. Sometimes you're going to lose your position. Yeah? Okay? The whole point, what I'm trying to do, essentially, is stop Charlie getting past my knees. Yeah? So if you think about it, if we're here, I'm alright. If he moves forward a bit, if we're here, I'm alright. If he goes past my knees, it'll just fall over his mouth. Yeah? So what you're trying to do is stop him controlling your hips by getting torso on torso, chest on chest. So if I can put something between me and him, he can't get that position fully. He can't stabilise, if you like, or be comfortable and work from that position. So if I'm here, you think about it, I'm keeping my legs between me and Charlie. Yeah? So he's got to get past my legs. If he gets past my legs, you know where, so through my legs, you know where he's going. He's going this way because he wants to get chest on chest. That's side control. Yeah? Any space is bad for him. Because think about it, when you bridge, just easy, when you bridge and create this gap, you're already creating problems, because that's where we pummel under and gone. Yeah, because I'm taking his weight off him. So any space I can get between me and chair is bad for chair, right? So if I can get something in between me and him that gets stuck there, it's even worse for him, because he can't base out there and so understand? Yeah? So we go back. If your legs get moved across, they stay there. Okay? You know what he's going to do. So as soon as my legs are here, the next thing he's going to do is fall on top of me. I don't want that, because as soon as he gets chest on chest, he has control. So I can keep the space with my hands here. Yeah? And I can start turning on my side and getting my knees and arms back through. He still doesn't have full control of me. Yeah? We're in a scrambling position here. This is not a position where he's going to look for a submission or get good strikes off, unless he kind of falls into them. This is a position where if he starts striking, he loses a bit of control, and then I'm going to be going into my game. And again, look, there's a leg in between, there's one leg controlling, my arms are ready, he's not based, I'm all right. Okay? So, what we look at next is, we're here, as he throws your legs across, you put your hands in the way. And lock your arms straight, So as he's trying to get forward here, I'm not allowing him an opening. And then once I've locked my arms out, I'm instantly trying to bring a shin across to create some sort of shin shield. Because now he can't force his way into position. Okay, he's forcing his way down to get control. All it's doing is unsettling his base, and I can start moving him now to get to better positions for myself. Got it? Yeah? So you're going to fight this position here, okay, and we're looking on keeping him away. At the point where you lose out and he gets the legs across, my arms are going, so I'm keeping distance and I'm getting legs and stuff in between. And as he's moving around, I'm just keeping things between us. Yeah? Yeah? Look, instantly allowed me to get to my knees. It's a dance lot easier to control a position from here than it is to be on your back. Got it? Let's go. What I want you to look at is your options on your back, because it's an MMA club based to compete in MMA, nothing else. So not just pure grappling, points, etc., jiu-jitsu, blah blah blah. Okay? And as much as I personally love guard, close guard, it's not the best for MMA because you tend to just get beaten up, right? So, well, that is an option. Yeah? So Cherno passes my legs, boom, and we're fighting this position. I don't want to fight this position for the whole fight because this is tiring. Okay? So your options are get back to relax, mate. Get back to a closed guard here, okay, and we control from a full guard, closed guard, go to holy ground, and we control. That's option number one, yeah, okay. The other option is you bring him into it yourself and you play with an open guard. So you put him into an open guard. It's a lot more active and it's a lot more loose. And it's probably easier for him to pass depending on your level of skill in open guard, yeah? Okay? The other option is, I go to my knees. Because think about it, I don't want to go back. So when we're fighting Cherno off and we've got to this position, I'm keeping something between me. I don't want to hold this position. I don't want to stay here because it's not good for me and there's a lot of power. Okay? So the other option is go to your knees, and when you go to your knees, you can work up from the floor, okay? And it doesn't matter how you do it. But the reason I'm saying this is because there's a lot of you that have been here, you've had your legs pushed over your head, here, and then you tried to fight the position and ended up getting inside control, here, which is not where we want to be. If you think of the option of getting to your knees, and this is the whole point of half of the warm-up, if he's pushing my legs over my head, here, I've always got the option to turn through and get to my knees. Yeah? It's the same as if you've got our knees in here, and we're keeping this position here, I've always got the option to push away and look to get to my knees. Okay? So you've got to think there needs to be an end point in your head. And the end point is going to be full guard, which isn't the best, but is better than being scrambled on hard, and especially if you can't get to that position. Okay? Open guard, which is kind of risky unless your open guard's really good. But then we're essentially looking for people who get to our knees anyway, unless we're playing a submission thing, or go to your knees. So the optimum thing to do from when we're scrambling is try and get to your knees and try and get in on a single leg. Got it? So we're going to run that drill again, but now you're looking for a finishing point as the man in the bottom. Yeah? Not submission, get to your knees, full guard, or open guard. Yeah? Okay?